Yesterday, I did something really good for myself. I've been really struggling with doing taxes. I feel like I've fallen really behind. And yesterday, I made a spreadsheet and I tracked all my expenses for the last year. I was dreading doing this, and through the entirety of doing it, I didn't want to do it, but I did it anyways. Believe it or not, that doesn't really happen in my life anymore. In fact, a big reason I became a YouTuber is because it's a very easy job for me. It's mentally stimulating, and I can basically entertain myself and entertain other people at the same time. I dropped out of school to pursue what I'm doing now. And I don't necessarily think that that's a bad thing, but it definitely comes with some challenges. The last year or so has been really difficult for me because I've kind of just disappeared mentally off the map. Oh God, I don't even know if I'm allowed to talk about this, but I'll talk about it anyways. I had a bad weed addiction. I discovered weed, and it was just like it felt like it gave me a new life. And by that I mean I forgot everything that happened beforehand and became really isolated, and it felt like I was living on a different planet, and I became really disassociated. Right now I'm about 5 months clean, which is awesome. But even though I'm 5 months clean, I still think about it every day. So, still got a long way to go. However, even though weed ended up becoming like a huge part of my life, my real drug of choice was video games. Ever since I discovered them, it felt like the real world didn't actually matter. It felt like living didn't actually matter. Because this thing existed that I could do for an infinite amount of time, never get tired of it, always feel stimulated, and it's a safe place that I could always go to. See, as a kid, I couldn't just run to that all the time because I had school, I had responsibilities, and you'd think I'd have more responsibilities as an adult, but no, you're wrong, actually. I ran away from every responsibility I had. And I was miserable, and I didn't know why. What I ended up doing is I ended up moving out of state, away from everybody, to live with my fiance. And I thought that my problems were where I was. Sure, this is going to sound like a cliche, but my problems came with me. And I was struggling here. And then all of a sudden I wanted to run back home. I'm like, I made a mistake. I shouldn't have came out here. I should go back home. That's where I was okay. Yeah, so I mean, it might seem obvious to someone on the outside that the problem's with me, but I didn't know what was wrong until I made a big change about 7 days ago. And my entire life has changed since for the better. For the first time in over a year, I've actually set a limit on myself for gaming. Spending 4 or 5 hours in front of a screen watching gaming content, playing games was normal, and I didn't see anything wrong with it. In fact, it was so normal that when I was trying to figure out my life, I just was like, I need this. This keeps me sane. I can't get rid of this. I can't change this. This can't actually be the problem. I've changed it now to 90 minutes a day, and everything in my life has improved. It's a 90-minute limited day for anything gaming related, meaning watching anything on YouTube, meaning playing any games. Right now, I'm saving all that time until 6 o'clock where I could play Fortnite with my friends. For gaming, what it was like infinite entertainment, but then I'd feel shitty and depressed. And through setting this limit for myself, all of a sudden, it's this thing I care about again. Like, it's this thing that, yeah, I want it all day, but I can't have it. So I might as well get what I need to do done today. I might as well work hard. And then at the end of the day, I look back and I'm like, wow, I actually did a lot of stuff today. A lot of stuff is improved from making this change. Literally every aspect of my life. I care about music again. And the reason I didn't care about music, or what I think is the reason I didn't care about music, is because music was work and games were what I did when I wasn't working. Not having that option, all of a sudden it's like, what did I used to do for entertainment? I used to explore music. But with games, because it's so much more enjoyable for me, that's the only thing I cared about, so I would never give any attention to music. But now all of a sudden, I don't know what to do throughout the day, and I'm like, what should I do? I'm like, you know what? Why don't I do something music related? And so now I'm actually exploring music outside of my job, which was what made my YouTube channel like a thing in the first place. So now I feel more confident in my knowledge of music because I'm actually going outside of just, reacting in front of a camera and bullshitting my way through a video, and actually listening to stuff off camera, getting like an opinion on new music and following along with new stuff. And like when I get on camera, I have more to say. I feel more like a part of something rather than just like I'm putting my head in the sand. YouTube streams are basically my main source of revenue. I have a system where basically you send in a request, a PayPal request for however much you want. I'll react to a song, and then I'll give it a rating out of 10. And I found this for the longest time to be the most dreaded part of working. I blame this for me not caring about music anymore. I thought that it was just a pain to go in front of a bunch of people. But I think I get it now. I think I actually understand it. And the reason I understand it is because all of a sudden streaming has become my favorite part of working. I actually feel human interaction again. Through streaming or whatever, I'm able to view people as people again. Someone sends a message in the chat, I can imagine that actually being a person sending a message, and I look at their profile picture, I'm like, that's a cool profile picture. I wonder what about them, made them want to have that profile picture. I care about streaming all of a sudden because it gives me that social satisfaction that I've been missing from my job, as I've just allowed myself to just isolate and run away from everybody and feed my gaming addiction as much as possible. So much so that, again, I didn't even know it was a problem anymore because I was so deep in it. So, yeah, this small change has caused my social life to go back to normal. It's caused my job to be fun again. I mean, I'm a better doggy daddy. I'm a more empathetic person. I'm just a better person overall. And it's these things that I didn't really understand before, and I took for granted, when this stuff started kind of slipping from my fingers, I didn't think anything of it. But I feel like I'm actually becoming an adult and understanding the value of these limits that my parents set for me as a kid, and the power that they actually have. And I'm not just letting myself eat endlessly from the cookie jar anymore. Now, I've only been doing this for a week, and there is a lot of pressure making a video like this. So just know that I'm not making this video as I promise you I'm going to keep doing this because it's a one day at a time thing. That's how it goes. It's, you just got to, today I just got to, be able to wait or put in my time and work hard today before I do anything that I just want to do. So, but yeah, I'm making this video because a lot of my audience, turns out, is a lot like me. And because I was so self-centered, because I was so in my own head, I couldn't even see that. And I thought everyone else was just like telling me shit, like, oh, I feel miserable. I feel miserable all the time. Like, there's no way that these people really actually get what I'm going through. But you guys actually do. I've been blessed with an audience that actually understands me. Something that I feel like only happens with the internet, with the global reach that I can have to find people who actually struggle with the same shit that I do. I felt really alone when I was in school. It seemed like everybody else had their shit figured out. But you know what? The age of the internet has created a lot of people like me, whose lives just consist of the internet as it's this safe, warm haven to exist. I don't know what the point is. I don't really have a solution to that, but I'm glad at least you guys, pull some inspiration from me, and hopefully you can see what's going on in my life, and maybe it can inspire you to do the same. And that's all I really hope with this video. I also hope with this video that it does well. Okay? Look, what can I say? I'm proud that I'm doing well, okay? And I want to see some numbers as a representation of that, okay? So hit that like button, share this video, subscribe. You know what to do, okay? Have a great rest of your day. Love you guys. Peace out.